Yo, going in. Frankie Russo live, 77 WABC. This is my pre-show, man. I got to take it a little down because, the show we go crazy. So, unbelievable. Where's my thing? My papers. They're in my black bag. I'm sorry. Thank you, my G. You're the best.
Talk among yourselves.
Absolutely. Remember, America's team. I'm not stopping till I get the dough. Go to America's team over at Facebook.com/Frankie Russo Show. Go over there, click on the buttons, follow it down. We got to help America's team, help the men and women of the United States Armed Forces with post-traumatic stress disorder. They're committing suicide at an alarming rate, according to all reports, 22 a day. Crazy stuff. We got to help these people, man. Because of these people, Frankie Russo could stay over here at 11:52 in the morning and do a pre-show. The freedom that they provide. Okay? We got to help America's team, help the men and women of the United States, men and women of the United States Armed Forces fight post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay? Let's do this. Facebook.com/Frankie Russo Show and click on the icon. Okay, good. So I got my producer got me my book, my thing over here. So I got my papers. All righty. This is the Frankie Russo. It's a little scrappy stuff, but we're going to do this. I'm so happy. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Okay. Just to give you a quick fraudulent selected service card, Sheriff Joe. This is the model I built for the last over 5 years. 5 months over here at 77 WBC. This is an oral term paper. It's from last summer I started, last summer of last year. This is a oral term paper. Fraudulent selected service card, Bomber, statistically significant Sheriff Joe Nicole Posse, memorandum of understanding with the Clinton Foundation, Hillary Clinton, the State Department, connected with the State Department, and then it's connected through the Iranian Global Terror Network, the Alevi Foundation, 655th Avenue, and it goes on and on. So we'll, as we move forward tonight, maybe we'll at some point in time refer to this. But this is the model that I built, and it's well sourced. It's an oral term paper, basically. Very, I believe it's statistically significant. You better believe it. It's Frankie Russo. Okay, pre-show. So, the producer, he'll be back in a minute. I've gone into a lot of articles here. Ted Cruz in meltdown mode as Heidi Cruz goes MIA. Lying Ted fails to sue of actually denying these accusations in the National Enquirer. The National Enquirer called out and founded Gary Hart, called out and found Tiger Woods, called out and found out somebody else, another big celebrity. They were pretty they were pretty accurate. So I don't know, Interesting, another one. Listen to this one. I'm going to kick to the numbers in a minute. Because I got, we're going to fix this over here. Trump supporters, relax. We've been working like really hard on this. DT's doing great. Just chill for a second. WorldNet Daily reports Trump campaign manager's prosecutor outed as Hillary supporter. Did you see the video? I don't even know if he freaking touched her. The federal prosecutor who brought battery charges against Donald Trump's campaign manager supports Hillary Clinton's campaign for president, apparently. An article published by the Palm Beach Post on November 17, 2015 has been circulating since Tuesday evening because it lists Palm Beach County State Attorney wait, I'll get it, Dave Aaron Berg as a member of the 150-member Florida Leadership Council, which was established by the Democratic Party to promote Hillary Clinton's presidential candidacy. Really? Why am I not shocked? So let's go to the numbers. I got the numbers here. Then we got Cruz. Cruz is trying to steal Louisiana delegates. Cruz is trying to steal. My producer's telling me South Carolina delegates. Cruz is trying to steal all these delegates. It's crazy. So we're gonna stay focused, people. This is what's going on. I go to the numbers. Numbers don't lie. There are 2,472 total GOP delegates available to the candidates. As of from February 1st to March 22nd, okay? I got my calculator so I could give you a little more insights into things. Okay, from February 1st to March 22nd, 1,567 delegates were in play. That's approximately 63% of the 2,472 delegates. Trump's got almost 8 million votes. He's got 22 states with the majority of the popular vote and the majority of the delegates. Cruz, on the other hand, has got about 6 or 7 states with the popular vote and the majority of the delegates. So Trump's got almost half the country, half the states. So now everybody goes, well, Frankie Russo, the delegates. People don't understand the popular vote gets you the delegates, quite frankly. Okay, and what's really interesting is, and I spoke about it like 2 weeks ago in that Slate article, Missouri, Illinois, we just won Illinois, Trump got the win on Illinois. He got 40% of the vote and got almost 70% of the delegates. That's how broad of a base his popularity. He's got a broad base, man. He's got a geographic broad base of support. Donald J. Trump. Okay, now delegates. According to Nate Silver, now I follow Nate Silver, 53.538.com, Real Clear Politics, Slate.com. I go to Fox News. I follow like Megyn Kelly to Bill O'Reilly to Sean Hannity. I follow all the people that are against Trump, and obviously the people that are for Trump. So this way I get a broad spectrum. And Nate Silver, who's not a Trump guy, but he's good with the numbers. I follow him. So this is where I'm at. I'm going to pull out the trusty delegate tracker. The trusty delegate tracker that what's his name has, Nate Silver. It's on 538.com. And you could pretty much find it. The navigation of the site is pretty cool. So before I get to the Trump numbers, according to the Nate Silver tracking model, Donald Trump thus far has hit the target, 95% of the target right now of delegates. Cruz has hit 52. Kankich has hit 22. Okay. Now, here's where everything goes. Nice. This is where everything counts now. Donald Trump, from February 1st to March 22nd, has got approximately 752 delegates. Ted Cruz has got 463 delegates. Okay, everybody? So Trump supporters, relax. Listen, if you take 753 approximately and divide it by 1,567 delegates, because those were the delegates. That was 63% of the delegates. The number I mentioned earlier from February 1st to March 22nd that was in play. Trump got 48% of the 1567. Cruz got 30% of the 1567. Remaining is 905. Cruz needs 86% of 905 to reach 1237. Now, 1237 is not like a magical number. Remember what I mentioned earlier? The total GOP delegates is 2472. Half of that is 1236. Plus 1 is 1237. That's how you get the majority. Trump needs 53% of 905. Right? So, before I go to the Nate Silver model, are you starting to marinate this thing? In other words, let me give it to you another way. Cruz needs 774 delegates of the 905. Trump needs 484 delegates of the remaining 905 in order to reach 1237. So what are you saying, Frankie Russo? Listen to me now. Follow me. As this thing moves forward in April 5th, April 19th, and I think there's a few in between or whatever. April 26th. We're at a point in time now. This is we're already 63% of the delegates in. This is not the beginning of the primary season. We're going into the last 37%, the last third of the primary season. So guess what? Ted Cruz has got a problem. What do you mean, Frankie Russo? You see, his problem is time. As this thing moves forward, and Trump doesn't even have to, whatever happens in Wisconsin, whatever. Trump don't have to freaking take home Wisconsin over here. And we're going to talk about the target that Nate Silver thinks he has to hit. But the truth be told, Trump don't need to hit Wisconsin. He doesn't. He just needs to take delegates. Because the more delegates Trump takes, the greater of the percentage of the remaining delegates that Cruz is going to need to reach the 1236 goes up. So, for example, I worked out this number, 132. All Trump needs is 132 delegates, and Cruz is mathematically eliminated. There's no way Cruz could get the nomination through garnering 1237. Because what will happen is there'll only be 773 delegates remaining, and Cruz needs 774. So there. Do you understand how close Donald Trump is? If you ask Cruz, Kakich, or Cruz, Kakich, whose position you'd rather be in? Donald Trump. Donald Trump's in the best position of everybody. 8 million votes. He's got almost half of the states of this country. He's got 2 million more votes than Cruz. He's got almost 20% more delegates than Cruz. And all he's got to do is garner 132 delegates, and Cruz is eliminated. And guess what? April, I believe it's going to happen. Wisconsin, let's say he gets a third, Mr. Producer, like you said. Let's say he gets a third. Trump gets around 15, 17. Silver, okay, so let's look at Nate Silver's model. According to Nate Silver, there's a few in between of New York. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if they're unbound delegates or whatever. But let's just look at this. According to April, we got Wisconsin, which is 42. I'm just going to go to the big ones. New York is 95, and then we got April 26th, where we got Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island. It's conceivably, it's over 250 delegates. So conceivably, by April 26th, Ted Cruz will be mathematically eliminated from the primary. In other words, he won't be able to reach the 1237. He's done. He'll be Kekich. He'll need 100+% of the remaining delegates. There won't be enough delegates in play for Cruz to reach the 1237 is what this means. So we got, so now April, say this is like, understand, this is all about negotiating, I believe. Right now, Cruz hasn't been eliminated yet. If Trump, with the grace of God, can eliminate Cruz by April 26th, no later than April 26th, he's got May and June to really, if he hasn't already, get the 1237. Because I believe, what's Cruz going to say? What's Cruz going to tell his people? We're gonna fight for a contested. He's trying to steal the election. This is like, what's he going to say? He's going to disenfranchise 8 million people? What's Kekich going to say? Cruz has got 463. He wins Wisconsin. He's been getting rocked for the last 2 months. Trump's been killing him. This is ridiculous. This is why the mainstream press is a problem for me. All Trump's got to get is 132 delegates in the next, by April 26th. And Cruz is done. What's Fox going to do? What's CNN going to do? What's the mainstream elite going to do? The media elite's going to, I don't know. What game are they going to play on us now? What do you think?
Numbers don't lie.
Right? Numbers don't lie. So that's my take on it. And then I looked at it, right? So April 26th, Wisconsin's 42. New York is 95. Connecticut is 28. There's over 250 delegates in play by the 26th. So by April 26th, Cruz is eliminated. Now we just got Trump. And Trump conceivably could have close to, let's say we could be conservative, because according to Nate Silver, by the 19th, Trump will have 98 delegates in play, and 49, 66, 82. So you're talking about almost 200 delegates. So it's done. He's done. Conceivably, Trump will have almost Trump could have, and Nate Silver's target for Trump is very, very conservative. He's saying 58 out of New York, 40 out of Pennsylvania. I mean, he's very conservative. So by April 26th, Trump could have almost 950 to 1,000 delegates. By April 26th, and then we got May and June. We got all of May, and we got June 7th. Trump could very conceivably get the 1237, and it's done. He's very close. So after April 26th, Trump has 900, 950. What's Cruz and Kekich going to tell the voters? Vote for me for a contested convention? Vote for me for a contested convention? Really? These are people of integrity? Right or wrong? This is a disgrace. That's why we got to keep voting. By the way, we mentioned, I'm going to go back to these articles, the bikers are coming into Wisconsin. Major shout out to the Bikers for Trump. We got to do it. Bikers for Trump coming to Wisconsin to make sure that the Donald Trump rallies don't get disrupted. That's what I'm talking about. And then we got the Trump, as I mentioned, Trump won Missouri. That's another 12 delegates. So, Nate Silver's numbers are very close. Rupert Murdoch's ex-wife, listen to this one. I don't know why I picked this article out. What just happened? Oh my God. I guess I'm done with this one. I was about to talk about Reuben Warnock's worth. Breitbart. Okay. Oh, here's a good one. University of California screwed over states-owned students in favor of, this is a good one, outsiders and foreigners. University of California is increasingly rejecting the state's own residents in favor of foreign out-of-state applicants who pay higher tuition rates in a newly published audit. In the past 5 years, in-state enrollment within the University of California system has seen a small 1% decline, while domestic out-of-state enrollment has grown a whopping 82%, and international enrollment has exploded to 217%. While in the past, these out-of-state students generally needed to be in the top half of the applicant pool to get in, the new audit says that's no longer the case. With University of Cal actually lowering its standards to accept even more of out-of-state applicants. In recent years, 16,000 out of the state students with substantially below average credentials were accepted to UC. This is crazy. It's a good article. Oh my God. I didn't even know it was that bad. Here's your article. Here's your article. Trump's in danger of losing South Carolina delegates. So, I'm going to report it. We're going to talk about it. It's my understanding that, Cruz is he's after South Carolina delegates. He's after Louisiana. Donald Trump may be in jeopardy of losing South Carolina delegates. Although Trump won all the 50, his declaration that he would not honor the GOP's loyalty pledge to the eventual nominee could invalidate his candidacy in the state. I don't think Trump, I don't think Trump's going to allow it to happen. He'd be shooting himself in the foot. He'd be shooting himself in the foot. I don't think it's true. I think he's just negotiating. That's me. Dennis Lynch, this guy, DennisLynch.com, claims reported Trump, the Cruz crew, the slime ball crew, the Canadian Cruz, is stealing delegates in states that Trump won by inserting Cruz loyalists as Trump delegates. In an interview with Gretchen Carlson, Town Hall reporter Guy Benson says Cruz has a sharp legal team who's going after the Trump delegates, even in the states where Trump won those. I mean, how do you win an election when you lose at the ballot box? This is insane. And they come with a straight face. Oh, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I beat Trump in every state. I beat him 6 times. Where am I here? Come on, bitches. Oh, my freaking. This thing slows down on me. My computer slows down on me, man. Okay. While I'm waiting. Look at this. Here we go. Words illegal and alien barred from U.S. libraries. Under pressure from several pro-immigrant groups, the Library of Congress has decided to bar the use of the words illegal and alien, choosing instead non-citizens and unauthorized immigration. In response to constituent requests, the Policy and Standards Division of the Library of Congress, which maintains Library of Congress subject headings, has thoroughly examined and discussed the status of that headings, aliens and illegal aliens. What do you think? Okay, we'll keep it. It may be in play. While I'm waiting for that one, let's see. Okay. Obama's illegal aliens arrested in Mississippi for identity theft. No amnesty. I'm with that, son. This thing is so, my computer's slow, man. Wow, here's the identity of, wow. This is this is ridiculous. Why are we doing this? Values? Why are we letting illegal aliens who are not vetted into this country? Is beyond me. It just creates spending of more money. It just creates confusion and havoc for the country and for the nation. I mean, we have to respect our laws here. We have to stop being compliance to this hypocrisy. And quite frankly, Cruz's position on this stuff is very evident. Just look at his amendments, and it doesn't do anything to stop it. It just enhances it. So Cruz is down with this stuff. He's down with the Syrian refugees. He's said it numerous times. He changes his positions. Everybody talks about Donald. You know, it's really bizarre to me. And I tell you, with Ted Cruz, the lies from his eligibility questions, born in Canada, and all those other unsettled issues, to his, you know, he's a Christian with family values, and you know, he's got all these issues with his wife and all these women, and another one has just come out, Jennifer Carr on Twitter. I mean, it's a joke. It's a joke. If this was Donald Trump, they'd be freaking throwing him up. They'd be hanging him from the Empire State Building by his cooliones. The states with the most undocumented immigrants. Let's see. Republican candidate Donald Trump has made illegal immigration a cornerstone of his campaign, proposing a single solution: build a wall and make Mexico pay. Simple. Yeah, he would deport. Cruz says he would deport anybody in the country illegally. He's such a liar. He was down with the freaking Gang of Eight. He just put an amendment in that enables them to do what they were doing anyway. You heard the caller from last week? They were reading from the Washington Examiner article that I had on the pre-show. Cruz is such a freak. That's why I mean, not only does Oklahoma's 25th. Minnesota's got, look at these numbers. They got estimates. Michigan, South Carolina, 20th. Connecticut, Oregon. Look at this. Tennessee, Pennsylvania, 16th. It's got 136 of undocumented population, 136,000. Nevada, it's got 138. Colorado. Massachusetts has got 185,000. Washington got 204,000. Virginia, Arizona's got 264,000 undocumented people. North Carolina, 340. Georgia, New Jersey's got 500,000. Illinois, it's got 500,000. Florida's got over 500,000. New York, almost, it's over 750,000. Texas, 1.4 million in Texas. Only God knows the stuff that the Fugazi stuff on these elections that Ted Cruz, the Cruz crew did to get the 44%. We'll wind it down. Okay. California's #1 with 3 million. You believe this? What do you think about this article? It's crazy. We're kicking now. Oh yeah, Cruz his boy Glenn Beck. It says if he's close to Trump, the stabbing won't stop. Cruz wants to take a car and run and murder and run Trump over. Nobody cares. Busloads of voters in Kansas. Remember I talked about the Kansas caucus? Busload of voters claimed they voted twice for Cruz. That's why he got 40% and Trump got 20%. Fraud. What a fraud this guy is. What a fraud. And you know, I got to believe it based on his track record. It starts with his eligibility questions, which are unanswered. He walks around like he's this natural born American citizen. He's really a foreign national from Canada, and everything else just falls in line. The lies just fall in line. Rove scrap Trump, Cruz, and Kakich and go with a fresh face. Karl Rove. UK National Union of Teachers rejects teaching fundamental British values as cultural supremism. What do you think of that? Yeah, right. Crazy Beck video throughout the South. According to Glenn Beck, that whack job, he says that they're not anybody that votes for Trump, any Christian that votes for, according to Glenn Beck, who believes that Ted Cruz is part of the Mormon prophecy, and they believe that Cruz is the anointed one. Quite frankly, Cruz is the false prophet. They believe that Christians that vote for Trump are not Christians. We're going to close out in a minute. I just want to get the rest of these, so I can get the rest of these. Cruz doesn't even know what state he comes from. That's a good one. That's a freaking good one, Trump says. What else? This Egyptian airliner. Why did Ted Cruz super PAC gave Carly Farina $500,000? A British man takes selfie with the Egyptian airline hijacker. What do you think of that one? Senator Ted Cruz, the Canadian, joins Glenn Beck passing out frisbees to illegal border crossovers. That's a good one. What do you think of that one? Go figure. They're handing out frisbees. Him and Glenn Beck talking about stabbing and running over Donald Trump. Think we got enough? We got enough? Should I go one more? Okay. Frankie Russo show. We're getting ready now. We're getting ready for the live show. Facebook.com/ Frankie Russo show. Help America's team. Help the men and women of the United States Armed Forces fight post-traumatic stress disorder. We're not, we don't have the money yet, but we're going to keep going until we get it. We got to help our vets. Frankie Russo, see in about 40 minutes or so live at 77 WABC. Yeah, yeah, yeah.